The news you want about the artist you love. Fact check this. CountryRapNews.com.
All right, so recording. All right, now I see it. All right, so here we are with you, Shotgun Shane. Thank you for coming and talking to me. Let's talk about you and how you got into music. What age were you when you were like, hey, man, this is something I think that I could do and I'd be good at?
Well, it was back in 2008. Like I had done this since I was young. I used to do like just straight rap music and hood ass shit with my buddies and shit.
Yeah.
I went by Lil Frost back then.
Lil Frost. Okay.
Yeah. I used to go like, it's Lil Frost. It's crazy. But it's developed over the years, you know. And pretty much I started back then. It was like 2007, 2008. Like I said, I used to be on Dat Piff. When I was younger, I got on those websites. Like it was a website called Dope Tracks. And it was for artists, unsigned artists and stuff. And we all got on there and made tracks, and they'd beef back and forth, and then you just make songs. And then if somebody doped it, you kept moving up the little ladder, you know. And I was always in the top of that, even back then.
That's awesome.
There was another one called letsbeef.com where you could go on there. And back then I couldn't afford nothing, right? So I had like a $5 mic from Dollar General.
Oh, geez, I'm proud.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they sold mics there.
Yeah, back then they did these little bitty ones. Like I don't even know the brand of it.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I remember them now. Yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like a little.
So you're talking about 2008. How old were you in 2008?
Oh, I can't even. How old was I? I'm 29 now, and it's 2021.
Okay, all right. So now you were all right. So 2008. So you were like 16.
15, 16,
15, 16. So that's when you were like, hey, I want to rap. When did you start writing? When did that aspect come into play? Were you younger than that?
Well, I used to write poems all the time growing up in school, you know, but really music wasn't my first love and my first passion. It was actually basketball. I was really good at basketball all through school. I even had a scholarship in high school to go play for University of Tennessee.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
And I screwed that up, though, because I was hanging out with the wrong people.
Yeah.
I wound up having some weed in my bag, and I got a tip from somebody that somebody snitched on me. So I went to my locker right before on last period. So I hid it. I had it in my pants, rolled up and hid. They came, they called the teacher. I had to stay there for the last while everybody left. I should just busted out of there, honestly. 3:00, you know, we're not their problem anymore. So
yeah, exactly.
But anyways, they made me go up to the office. When I got in there, everything was Gucci. They patted me down, nothing. They didn't find nothing right. But as I get up, they're like, "You're free to go, Mr. Seal." My real name's Dylan Seal, by the way. When I got up to walk out the door, I'll be damned. The damn weed falls out of my fucking pant leg.
Oh, bro, no.
And then cops like, "Come here."
Oh,
put the cuffs on me.
And you were almost. Oh my!
I was almost home free, man.
Oh.
But you know, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
If that hadn't happened and I hadn't gotten in trouble, kicked out, because I'd already prior for fighting and doing all kinds of shit in school, I had been sent to an alternative school already previously.
You were a bad boy, Shotgun Shane.
Yeah, like fast forward to 2010, 2011, I was locked up for 13 months because of me just getting drunk and fighting everybody. Like I really was about that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate it, you know, because I don't really condone that shit now.
Yeah, we're all young, dumb, and stupid every once in a while. It's like I said, it makes for a good song and people can relate to, though, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what it is there. So that's cool. So, well, no, it's not cool, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, jobs, like, what did you do for, you know, for a living before this was your living? And is this what makes you a living now?
Yes, this definitely is my living now, and it supports me, my wife, and my 3 daughters.
That's amazing.
Of course, for the last 4 years, 5 years, well, not five, about 4 years, because I was still working during that first year that it blew up, you know. And but I've always been in, like, I worked at different factories. I worked at Berkline and multiple CNC machining places. I used to do the cutouts for like American Force wheels and shit like that on CNC machining, just doing the
Okay.
blueprints and runouts. And that's what I used to do before the music took off, you know. And I
How
did
did
that for a solid 3 years.
how did it feel when the music took off? Was it a shock? Was it,
Yeah.
you knew that your hard work had paid off, or you were just like, holy shit, bro, this is life. This
Yeah.
is for real.
Yeah, because I remember like going to work, I'd work graveyards. When I first started, I was on second shift, so I couldn't do shit really, you know.
Yeah.
But I would always make it a point after that, spend time with my kids, and then get right on the computer and start trying to do like remixes because I was getting known for my redneck remixes then.
Yeah.
But then I got moved to graveyards, and I'd wait until I got off at 7 a.m. As soon as I get home, we had a babysitter at the time because my wife would go work as well to help. This was before we was married. It was my fiance at the time.
Yeah.
We was getting a little help, you know what I'm saying, here and there. And I get off at 7 a.m, come home and just write and do music. There's been multiple times where I didn't even fucking sleep.
Yeah.
It's
Hey, when it just flows through you, you just gotta go, you know what I mean? Something else takes over you. What's your writing process? What's your what's the whole Shotgun Shane process?
well, normally when I listen to beats, I mean, sometimes I can write it without music and then find the music later, but that's hard because I'm so picky. So
Okay.
I like to go through, and I could spend hours just listening to different producers and beats that they send me. By the way, any producers out there that do want to work with me, send beat packs. You can send them to shotgunshane91@gmail.com.
All right, cool.
But I go through and I listen. And most of the time when I am sitting down to write, I start with the hook because that's the catchiest part of the
Yeah.
song. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be catchy and it's got to draw the people in, want them to go hear it again, you know, and that's where I start at with it.
And what kind of the beat just how does the beat have to make you feel? It has to make you, obviously the beat has to relate to the lyric,
Right.
but how does that process happen for you? Is it just something that clicks with the hook, with a few words, or the humming in your head? How does that work?
Oh, well, sometimes it's weird because sometimes you'll hear a beat. Music has so much power over people, right?
Oh yeah.
I could be in the most shittiest mood though and feeling like fuck the world and shit like that. But if I hear a happy type go lucky beat, you know what I'm saying? It's going to change my whole mood and process. So then I'm like, you know what? We're going to make a fun song. Hell with it. Like, even though I'm shitty right now, we're going to make a fun song.
Hey, that's what helps you get out of those funks sometimes. Music
Definitely.
is life for real.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So you've been on tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is one of, and something you can say on record, what is one of the craziest things that has happened to you on tour? You would like to share?
There's so many things. Like I don't know. Like there's all kinds. Like when I'm out there, girls showing titties and throwing their bra.
Yeah, that's
That's the
like, have
norm.
you seen like a bouncer get into a fight? Have you
Oh
seen,
hell yeah, dude!
like,
I've seen.
what's some crazy
Now
stuff
look.
that you've been in, like, in the middle of?
Okay, well, I've seen some dudes. I guess they were giving these other people some hard time, right? And I literally watched a bouncer come up, sneak up behind somebody and grab them and put them to sleep. And
Oh
then
gosh.
two of them come in, they just carried him out, like one at the top and one at the bottom, just carried that
Oh
somebody through the
god,
crowd.
YOLO.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
nuts.
But evidently he was over there touching on women and shit inappropriately, like
Oh, I would have smacked him too.
yeah. Well, and I guess the other people were younger, you know what I'm saying? And that dude was a pretty decent sized dude, so I don't know. It's still fucked up. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
There's always fights though at these, but it's calmed down lately.
I don't understand why people want to fight at a concert. It's
Well,
like people,
they're getting drunk.
I guess music hits people differently and you get aggressive, and or you know what I mean? But why put yourself, if you know that about yourself, why put yourself in that position to make a total jackass of yourself?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't know. You know what I mean?
But you got to think,
if you
people
know
are
you're
out
that
there.
type of person.
There's people out there, they're getting drunk, you know, that plays a big factor in it. I would believe, you know. That's the way I used to be when I was younger. Like I told you off air, where I used to go around and I'd get assaults and I had to go to jail for 13 months.
Yeah.
That's the way bourbon and whiskey and shit used to do me when I was younger. So
Yeah.
I would drink that and it would just make me all hyped up like I'm Billy Badass, you know. But
I guess I
it's
never needed anything to hype me up to go do crazy shit. There's only one thing that I've gotten dared to do in my life and I didn't do, and I was a wicked chicken shit. But I lived in West Virginia, and my friend Ethan, he was from there, and he took me onto this bridge one time, right? So this is the
yeah.
Ohio River and a bridge. Now I'm not scared to do something like that, but I looked down and I couldn't see in the water, man. It was so brown and dark and muddy.
It's
Like,
fun.
okay,
It's fun.
listen, there could be a refrigerator right there, or there could be something that's going to impale me, and I have no idea.
All
And
right, well,
he even left my ass there because he was like, he jumped first and he left my ass there because he wasn't waiting for, oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he came back and got me a little later, but I was like petrified. What if there's a refrigerator or something
hey, there you
that
go.
impaled me?
You gotta think though, like a fridge don't float.
I don't know anything. I was like, no, I can't see in this water. It's not happening.
See, back in my hometown at the bridge going toward like people that are near where I live, they'll know what I'm talking about. It's the bridge that goes from Hamlin County to Bean Station. Granger County, Hamlin County to Granger County. And then we've always had a spot there underneath the bridge. It's got a big rope under the catwalks and shit. It's kind of like that. But I've also jumped off of that bridge into the water when I was younger. About hit a boat.
Yeah, see, I mean, I'm up for some good adventures, but I mean, I do have some standards, I guess.
It's fun though. It's adrenaline rush. I tell you
Yeah,
that.
definitely. My dad's an adrenaline junkie. He's a lineman. He works on power lines. He's
Hey,
hung out of helicopters, putting power lines up. I'm building substations.
that's my wife. My wife's dad does that.
Yeah, and he's told me. He said though the two things that he fears, he's scared to death of, are heights and electricity. But those are what he works with because he knows that he's never gonna fuck it up. He's so scared of it that everything it's gonna be to the T, and he loves doing it. You know what I mean? He is an adrenaline junkie, but he knows, how far.
Like, this is my profession. This is my profession. This is what I expertise in. Yeah, you know what I mean?
He's been doing it since he was 18 years old. And it's just crazy to me. And he goes, one of the best moments is when I get to turn that button on to a plant that a substation that I just built, and all you just see is all the electricity coming and working together. And it's just like, if you have one fuck up, man, though, it could be detrimental. I was like, oh my god,
kill your ass.
Crazy. Just the hissing, it's like the hissing. Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, he's crazy.
I had my cousin.
Your wife's father is a lineman?
Well, yeah, he's actually over them guys. So he's a next step up. He's the one that's on the truck that tells them what to do, like the boss. But
he's foreman. Yeah, my dad's that now.
But he's done that.
He was a lineman before.
Yeah.
Well, down at the bottom.
See, that's one thing. He was going to get me in that profession, and I was like, you know what, man? I think I'll stick to just putting blueprints in this machine and making $30 an hour.
Yeah, it takes a lot to do that. I don't see a lot of apprentices. I can't remember the terminology for it, but
I about did get into it. Like
some journeyman or something. As a journeyman,
I think so.
Is it a journeyman? I could be right. I am naturally blind.
No, that sounds right on.
Yeah,
I've heard that before.
But that's cool. It's small world. So, all right. So 2020, how did that affect you? Was it, did COVID?
Believe it or not, I made more money in 2020.
You're not the only one who said so.
And I've only did 2 shows last year, and I still made more money than I made previously. So that goes to show you that.
Yeah.
But I think the reason
the internet is crazy, huh?
Everybody was locked up. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't go nowhere, and that was everywhere. So everybody sat at home streaming the music.
Yeah.
I gained a shitload of more fans, supporters. Like now, I think it really set us up for greatness because now there's so many new ears and eyes watching and listening in different areas. So now the fan bases are grown through the internet. The internet's been a good
thing about Woodstock and stuff that brought so many people together basically in the same. You know what I mean? But now we have the internet, so it's a little different for us. We don't have to go out there.
But I want to make it to where people because you hear people all the time, they're scared, with everything that goes on in the world. So I want to do, like, when I start my events up, I can't really disclose the name of it yet,
Yeah.
but I'm doing my own festivals. But I want everyone out there to know that they're going to be taken care of and they're going
Yeah.
to be safe, and they ain't got to worry about none of that nonsense.
Yeah.
But I think that holds a lot of people back from actually going out and enjoying it and experiencing it.
Yeah.
And I just want to knock that barrier down. And
Yeah.
also at the same time, I want multiple demographics to show up, man, and everybody get along and have a great time, because that's what it's for.
I'm going to pause this for a second because I'm going to grab a cigarette. You're making me jealous.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm back from getting that brief cigarette. Let's smoke together. Anyways, so you made a lot of money in, well, I don't want to say a lot of money, but 2020 was good to you. So what are you doing with, the money that was generated for your endeavors this year?
Well, most of it goes right back into the music. I always, because you can't never grow if you don't put money back in it.
Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself.
And it's, yeah, definitely. And the majority of that does. And then the rest of it goes to taking care of me and my family, and right now we're just in a process of getting everything together so we can buy some more land and get up in the woods away from everybody,
That's where I am. I'm in New Hampshire, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm way up north.
Northern redneck.
I was born in Florida and I was raised in Florida for like the first 6-7 years of my life. So not really any, thing that built me. But then I moved to Massachusetts, and then from there I moved to New Hampshire, and I've been in a town, like I graduated with 107 kids in my class.
Dang. That's a small class.
Small town, lived on a dirt road, 3 houses. Like it don't matter if you're from the north or the south, it's the same.
That sounds like Sneeville, Tennessee, which is where most of my dad's side of my family's from, which is where Morgan Wallen's from too.
Yeah. Shout out to Morgan Wallen.
Hell yeah, dude. They need hey, Morgan, if you do see this, just
I doubt it.
Hey, don't. I use the hashtag. Hey, they did you wrong, buddy. They did you wrong.
Ain't no doubt they did. That's crazy. We're not even going to go into that.
Yeah.
But what are some things that, other than music, what are some of your hobbies? Like, if you have any free time, what do you do? I know you probably hang out with your kiddos. How old are they?
Yeah, I got 2 6-year-olds and a 4-year-old.
So are they fraternal twins, twin twins? Like, what kind of twins?
The 2 youngest are with my wife, and I had a lady pregnant at the time that me and my wife actually got together and dated.
Gotcha.
I didn't really know it for sure at the time, but she stuck it out with me and stuck around me through all the bullshit,
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But they still look like, they all look like identical. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Weird. Everybody always thinks the 2 that are 6 are twins. Every time. It's weird.
2 different mothers. They must look alike. Do the mothers look alike? You have a type.
I guess. I don't know. They don't look alike. They don't.
Well, then your genes are just, potent.
I guess.
So what do you do with them? What are your hobbies?
Well, they've been taken up. That they know that Daddy loves going riding trails on 4-wheelers. So here at this last Christmas, I got them a little 4-wheeler and been letting them ride it, getting used to it, because I'm eventually going to take them to some of my shows.
That's awesome, yeah.
I want them to be well prepared and know all the safety procedures and everything.
Yeah.
So if they do get out here, you know what I mean, ain't nothing going to happen.
Good idea.
And I'm just getting them used to that. I play tea time with them, with their little Barbies.
Yeah.
All that shit.
That's awesome. Since I lived in such a small town, like everybody, like all my family members are here. So I have a 10-year-old niece and oh gosh, I'm gonna say his age wrong. I want to say he's 7 or 8. 8-year-old nephew, and I have a 6-year-old daughter, and then I take care of a 15-year-old that's like my daughter's father's niece, and our living situation is unique to say the least, but I help take care of her as well. We share a split home. I have my own space, he's got his own space, and just the children can go up and down.
That's crazy. I mean, at least y'all got it.
Yeah, that's right. Like nice. he can have his girls, whatever. I can have whoever I want over.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of
weird. Well, I guess like when a lot of people maybe can relate to it, but she was an accident, but she was, the best accident that ever happened to me.
Right.
But I was never going to love this man the way that he should be loved, nor was he going to do the same to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was pretty much like, all right, let's just be friends
Let's make the best out of
and
this
have this child. You know what I mean?
so we can both be there for
yeah,
it.
there was never any like lost love or resentment or like, you know what I mean? There was no ill will towards each other because it's just something that just wasn't there. I mean,
Right.
of course, when I'm pregnant, I felt like, oh, I'm not going to have a family and, hormones rage and stuff like that. But once everything settled, it was just like, all right, this is what it is. Let's just, keep it kosher. My family loves him. You know what I mean? He's a great dad, but just, I hope he finds a woman for him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I ain't never had no situation like that. Like if we're done, we're done. Like
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, but I'm saying like we don't do anything together. Like we don't like, you know what I mean? We have two separate quarters. I haven't been with the guy since my daughter was 6 weeks old. She's 6 years old. So it's like there's nothing there.
Right.
Nothing to see here. I should just introduce him as a friend, but then it'll freak someone out and be like, Dad. Like, oh shit, not to tell you. Could you imagine if we did that to somebody?
I'd fuck with people right there.
That'd be nuts.
That'd be a YouTube series.
That'd be awful to do to somebody.
It'd be like one of those videos you see go viral.
Oh my God, just to see someone's face when that happens.
Yeah, reaction.
Oh my God. So
That's a big thing now in the internet world.
Yeah.
Reaction.
All right. So challenge, or I'm not challenge. Why do I keep saying challenge? Giveaway.
No. You're right. It's challenge.
It's a challenge. Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So what I did is I've uploaded a song that's going to be on my new album, Universe X2, which thank y'all, everybody out there that made Universe X hit in the top 10. We hit number 8 on the charts. But Purpose is going to be on Universe X2. Now, I want to say, I don't really want to say it definite, but Colt Ford really likes the record. I showed it to him last night.
Nice.
So I think the official song with the official first remix is going to be with him probably. So, but on Universe Y, I'm already going to say I'm going to do another one, Universe Y album with my buddy Dub 3030.
Yeah.
I'm doing this contest. So YouTube, any independent artist out there that wants to be a part of it or try to win, all you do is go to YouTube, type in Purpose, Shotgun Shane, open verse. Download that beat because it's got an open verse for your slot. Download it, put it through your little programs that y'all use to record a dope ass verse, and then save it, upload it to YouTube. Make sure you put Purpose, Shotgun Shane, featuring whatever your artist name may be.
Yeah.
But make sure in the title you put hashtag Shotgun Shane Challenge.
Do you have a Facebook page for this?
Not yet. Now we're going to.
You should get a Facebook page for that and then be able. Because like, have you
Caesar.
seen Who's Got Bars? City Chief does it, and Briscoe Beats.
Maybe
So
y'all
Bobby
can help
Briscoe.
me. Y'all can help me run this. You know what I'm saying?
They do this thing called Who's Got Bars. And so Bobby Briscoe and City Chief or whoever he wants to makes a beat. And then all these people, compete for it. Like, I think today was the last day to enter, or yesterday was, I can't remember, one of the 2 days. And then a winner will be chosen. And there's a lot of good talent in it, a lot of good camaraderie.
That's what I want to do. I want to help.
People are really respectful.
All right.
You have, I think, Adam Calhoun is a judge, City Chief, and Bobby Briscoe.
Right.
So they get to choose, but Adam's seeing all these people, which is pretty cool. Like I've loved to watch the interaction between Adam Calhoun and this guy, Wordsmith, because Wordsmith is awesome. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
Never heard of him.
He's someone to look into. I mean, he's a smaller guy, but he's making waves. He's making a name for himself, and just his style is unique in itself. But to see like that, Adam and Wordsmith could, come together and do something, and that could change that guy's whole career. Would be amazing, just like it could if somebody did, something with you. But definitely a Facebook page like that would be hella cool.
And that's my goal, because I was talking to Caesar about it, right? And I
Yeah.
said, what I want to do is have my fans. I go live and I'll have 100, 200 people in there every time.
Yeah.
So why not like bring all my fans together to be the judges? Like let my
Oh, that'd
fans
be cool.
decide.
Yeah.
So,
So they get to do one of the votes, like the polls. They
yeah.
get to do a poll. That'd be cool.
And
Yeah.
then maybe when we break it down to like a smaller thing, maybe get some other big influencers involved
Yeah.
and let them be a panel or
So
something
like
like that.
like get us to the top five,
Yeah.
know.
And then but what I thought is whoever wins, they're going to be on the official song. Like, you know what I'm saying, for that next album. And but I'd like to do like a mega remix too. Like, so maybe the top five, give
Yeah.
them all a shot. You know what I mean? I just want to help these independent artists and
Yeah.
without tying them down to any type of contract right now. You know,
Yeah.
I just
But
want to help.
there's somebody that's got to be able to back them to be able to have their back when it comes to these venues or people not paying them for things. There is a business
Yeah,
that is able to sue these people for these people to make sure that they get what they
I've been
deserve.
there. I've been like, you know, I was always taught when I first started, like I took what I was taught growing up. A man is of his word, right? But that's
Yeah.
not the case in this industry, man. You got to
No.
have shit
And I've always been a
black
woman.
and white, black and white with a signed dotted line. You
Yeah.
know, but I've been screwed so many times. You know, I just don't want to see that happen to these other artists.
Yeah.
I don't want them to have to go through. That's why I've documented a lot of my shit over these
Yeah.
years, so that they can see, like, oh man, this dude's crazy or whatever. Like, or he went through this and did this and got fucked. And so I don't want them to get fucked like I have, you
Yeah.
know?
Understandable. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you took some time out to talk to me. Is there anything else that you want to tell us? You want your
I
support
do.
to know or
Yeah, I got a lot of unreleased music, right? Like almost 4 hours worth of unreleased music. And shout out to Young Buck and shout out to Bubba Sparks. And I want to say Ritz because I've been working with Black Fly again.
Yeah.
And we got a huge album coming out soon too. I can't disclose the title or anything, but I can tell you who's going to be a part of it. I don't know for a fact if Ritz is going to be on the record with me and
Okay.
Young Buck, but that is in the works and being talked about. I let them handle that business side of things for that because it's not really my forte.
Yeah.
I'm just in that situation. I was already been hired to be the artist to do what I got to do, you know, and I've already delivered. So it's yeah, but for sure Young Buck and for sure Bubba Sparks. That's 100% going to happen. And I hope Ritz, dude, Ritz, I hope you get on this record.
Get on it, Ritz.
Yeah, because
You're dope.
you're a beast, bro. But yeah, I got that huge project coming. We're going to do some music videos and whole 9 yards. Probably get on some big talk shows, like Vlad, No Jumper, all that. You know, that's in the works as well.
Nice. No Jumper would be a good one.
Yeah, I've talked to Adam 22 a few times.
Yeah, he's from Nashua. He's from my area. He's from New Hampshire.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's laid back.
Yeah.
I FaceTimed him twice. Yeah, he seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
I think we'll get wild on the show.
Yeah. That's
smoke
awesome.
Good weed. Smoke some rapper weed.
Yeah. Rapper weed. What the hell is rapper weed? I asked Leroy.
Man, it's bullshit.
I asked Leroy Biggs one time his favorite strand, and he said anything from Michigan.
my favorite is OG Granddaddy.
Okay.
And then from that, I like Purple Cotton. Have you ever had Purple Cotton?
I don't know the names of them. I just smoke the shit.
Space Rocks.
I haven't had Space Rocks before. Like Space Rocks, are you talking about like the stuff with the wax in the middle, or those are Moon Rocks or something? Those are Moon Rocks.
That's Moon Rocks. Space
Rocks is a strand.
Yeah, it's a different strand. But
yeah, I don't know.
It's purplish, but like the little crystals in it make it look like stars. Like, you know how you get in a Rolls Royce or Wraith and you look up and those stars are in the ceiling?
Yeah.
That's what the weed chunks look like. It's just yeah, it's cool. It's cool, man. But yeah, I got that in the works. That's a huge album. I think that's going to be really good. I think we have potential to really go top 5, if not number 1 with that project. Awesome. Yeah. And everything I've put out so far this year is charted. No less than the top 20. So it's been a hell of a year already. And I just got back from Texas at Twisted River Ranch. Shout out to those people down there, man. It's the first time ever going to Texas. And it was a huge turnout. And it opened up a lot more doors for me to come back to Texas for different avenues. And so I'll be coming back to Texas this year. I think in August. And I need to come back to Ohio. I
can maybe
out.
come see you if you're in Ohio. I'll drive to Ohio.
I missed out on the Wapak Tuck Fest this year. 3 years ago, I performed it was 2 years ago at the Wapak Tuck Fest. I know it's a big thing in Wapakoneta. There was like 12,000 people there. And it was freaking awesome because I didn't realize that many people in Ohio knew the words to my songs. Yeah, so it was kind of like like crazy, dude.
That's awesome.
It was fucking awesome. And after that, all my shows started to grow. You know, I started to have 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people who always come. It takes me back to when I first started, man. I only had like 5 people show up.
Yeah, that's how it goes, honestly. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Even if I went somewhere and there's still only 2 to 5 people showed up, I'm still going to give it that same effort. You know what I mean? It's just what you got to do.
Show's a show. I remember back in the day going to pig roasts, and there was one time when there was a backyard party, and there was a couple of guys that were performing, and people were doing tattoos, and I got a tattoo for $10 and a pack of Newport menthol 100s. And it wasn't a half bad tattoo.
Damn.
So I've been to some crazy backyard.
I got some badass tattoos.
Yeah, I went to Ohio and got White Trash Mofo on me.
I got that one in Indy.
Yeah.
This is one of my
my favorite one right here is my music note is my favorite, and it says music is what feelings sound like, and it's a skull music note, and it then turns into birds.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
But yeah, that's my favorite tattoo. Music is what feelings sound like, because it's totally true.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you do come to Ohio. I will definitely go to Ohio.
I need to work it out. Like, we're in the process of scheduling me another tour out. And because I think everything's starting to lift and all these places are opening back up. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. I'm sure I'll be able to go to a lot more places now that
awesome
music is charting. It's more trending again and the whole 9 yards.
Everyone just wants to get out and party and fucking have a good time.
Yep. And now it's time. So a lot of people might get out finally, you know?
It is time. Well, like I said, thank you again for giving Country Rap News some of your time. I'm sure we'll be having another conversation soon. Like, you have anything coming out, let us know. We'll help you.
Well, I do Friday. Friday, I have a song called As I Am.
Friday, okay.
It's dropping under the pop genre.
Is it a video?
Yeah, there's a video for it dropping.
We'll do a music release on it, we'll do a music release on it, I'm sure. That's something that we've been doing a lot of. So, and research articles and then getting these interviews going. I've had quite a few good ones, but we're still learning. So it's great. We just like anybody, you're not going anywhere, in the right direction if you're not learning. So
yeah, you don't never want to be the smartest person in the room.
No, never.
Then you can't learn from anything.
Oh, I agree.
And I don't never want to be the smartest in the room.
Me neither. I'm pretty good at acting stupid, but I'm like, I observe my surroundings. I could read a room in like 30 seconds. So
yeah, me too. Hey, especially on some Adderall.
Yeah.
You're like, huh?
Fine.
I heard that. I heard that, damn it, Jim Bob.
Well, I definitely look forward to talking to you again. So keep in touch. Sure. And everyone at Country Rap News is, excited to see what you're coming out with next.
Hell yeah. It's definitely the new wave, the new sound that I've finally found, It's definitely going to be along the lines of that.
We're excited. You're welcome. You have yourself a good night, bud.
You do the same thing. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
The news you want about the artist you love. Fact check this. CountryRapNews.com.